Hi everyone, Mike from North52 here, and in today's video we will show how a classic formula can be upgraded to a decision table. There are a number of benefits to upgrading a formula to a decision table. First, it will make it easier to read and understand for future users, both technical and non-technical. Second, the vast majority of the syntax is handled for you. And third, editing the formula is quick and easy. For this video, we will be upgrading a classic formula that takes an invoice record and creates a PDF invoice. This PDF is styled with HTML and is generated using the North52 function callRest API. The formula then attaches this PDF to a note related to the invoice. To understand how this is done, the formula can be broken up into 5 sections. First, there is a validation to see if there is an invoice number. If the invoice number field doesn't contain any data, the formula will notify the user and not perform anything else. If the field does contain data, the formula will continue onwards. This can be done as a decision table sheet like so. So if the validation is passed, the formula will loop over all the invoice product items and gather information from each record. It will then generate a HTML table for them to be added later to the PDF. This HTML table will have 4 columns and their values will be decided by conditional checks. So let's look at an example here. Note how in the classic it can be difficult to separate out which parts are together and which aren't. However, when we do this in a decision table, we can set up a number of variables to make it easier to read. These variables are then combined with a parameterized HTML that is retrieved from an XCache record to create the invoice details HTML. Third, the formula generates the body of the HTML for the PDF. It does this by using conditional checks from the invoice record as well as the HTML table generated from invoice details. Note that this is quite long, going for more than 3 pages, making it very difficult to read. Converting it into a decision table, all of this can be done in a similar way as the previous invoice details sheet. We will create a number of variables, and these variables are combined with the parameterized HTML that is retrieved from an XCache record to create the invoice body HTML. This HTML body is then sent off to the HTML PDF API using the North52 callRest API function. This function call will return a PDF. So this is what it looks like in a decision table. Note that we are referencing the variable constructed in the previous sheet. The PDF generated by the previous step will be attached to a note related to the invoice record so it can be viewed. In a decision table, we can break this into its own sheet for better readability. And finally, the formula expands a tab on the form which is called PDFs and refreshes the web resource called web_resource_display PDFs, which will show the PDF that has just been generated. This can be done like so in the decision table. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions about how North52 can help your organization, please get in touch. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button.